Well, the new year means a fresh start. That goes for your skin, too. A new survey finds roughly half of women say they wish they'd taken better care of their skin when they were younger. While you can't turn back time, there are ways you can give your skin a do-over in the new year. Joining us today to tell us how is board-certified dermatologist Dr. Doris Day. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having me, Lisa.
First of all, what are some of the latest innovations and, I guess, trends in skincare for 2013?
I think the best trend is really about finesse. We have so many treatments and devices and even products available, but it's how we combine these that can give very natural looking results so you look your best, but you never look like you've been done.
Now, we talk about getting a do-over for our skin. What procedures do you recommend?
There are procedures that are relatively new, like Ultherapy, which is FDA approved for actually lifting, and that's a very nice device with minimal to no downtime. And then there are tried and true treatments like Botox Cosmetic and Juvederm that can help relax our facial expressions. It's approved for between the eyes, and we can actually, again, look our best in a very natural way. And these are things that your dermatologist will determine for you. So they'll come up with a treatment plan and help you prioritize as to what treatments you should have done and in what order.
Now, Botox is administered with needles. What if you're afraid of needles?
Yeah. You'd be surprised. I have a lot of patients who come in and they say, oh, I'm so afraid of needles, or they're afraid of pain. And at the end, their line is always the same. That's it? Because it's really quite a simple thing that's done. I promise I keep my eyes open. I have my patients keep their eyes closed, and it goes by very quickly and it's painless. And then they end up looking forward to the next visits. But the important thing is to know that you're getting what you think that you're getting, because there are no generics for these products, and it's important to ask your doctor and have that conversation and know exactly what you're having done and in what order. And some patients will even ask to see the box, and for Botox Cosmetic, as you mentioned, there's a hologram that will tell you that you're getting the real product. So there are lots of things you can do. Your dermatologist will help you determine the right plan and prioritize. And the idea is that you want to look like the best version of you and have people just tell you look great, but they can't tell why.
Yeah. Now, what if you don't want to spend a whole lot of money? Do you have any tips on how to have great looking skin without the cost?
Sure. Well, part of it is prioritizing and saving up and not cutting corners, as we talked about. And part of it is also knowing where you can use ingredients that you can find at your local drugstore. So when it comes to skincare, I'm a big drugstore girl, and there are fabulous ingredients out there. You know, I tell my patients I haven't seen one product in skincare, a cream that costs $400 to $600 that's worth the money. I haven't seen any convincing clinical data on products at that high end that I would say it's worth doing over a treatment with a doctor. But at your drugstore, you can find ingredients like retinol, niacinamide, caffeine. I like to stick to big brand names because they have very smart PhDs working on these, and the money goes into research, development, ingredients rather than packaging. And so you know what you're getting. But at a $25 to $40 price point, you can have great creams. Moisturize, sunscreen on a daily basis, that's the most important thing. Exfoliating it once a week or so, and using those ingredients like retinols, niacinamide, and peptides can make a very big difference, both in daily skincare, but also maintaining the results you get from treatments you've had with your doctor.
Now, Dr. Day, our mothers always told us no make a face because it could end up sticking that way. There's actually a little bit of truth to that. You say we need to relax our face a little bit.
I so agree. It's true. I have patients who come in and they're making the same expressions over and over, and that's where some of the treatments that we do help relax those expressions and retrain muscles not to go there. So over time, what we find is, and the studies do show that when you do a lot of these treatments, your skin doesn't just look younger, it actually behaves and is younger skin. So you can turn the clock back to some extent, and I would say you start with wherever you're at. So you can't go back in time, but we can turn the clock back just by doing some of these treatments and proper skincare. But I do talk with my patients a lot and help them understand how the expressions they're making don't add any value to what they're trying to convey, and often will make their skin age beyond their years.
And of course, having a happy outlook will help with that.
Yep. Thinking good thoughts is so powerful, and even just smiling. Studies show that when you smile, you can't be quite as unhappy. So trying to take away the frown helps, but just teaching patients to smile and laugh and think good thoughts and to be fulfilled in their life. It's really the inside and the out. It's having a proper diet, getting enough sleep, and being happy in your world as much as possible. You know, it's difficult sometimes. We all go through things in our life and everybody has a story. But within that, being happy to some extent is a little bit of a choice. I try to tell my patients, and part of what I do as a doctor is help point out those areas that really are happy and make patients feel more empowered, because with all the treatments that we do, a lot of it has to come inside, and what you project can make you look so much younger and more beautiful and will enhance the treatments.
And that applies to men as well, right?
Oh, so true. That's very true. And more men are coming in because these are minimally invasive treatments with little to no downtime. And men, you know, really don't wear makeup, and they're more sensitive about people knowing what they've done. And so the newer treatments we have available don't look like they've had anything done. They just look their best. And men don't want to look younger or better for the same reason as women. Men often are doing these things more to compete in the job market, and in these stressful economic times, that's a big factor.
All right, Dr. Doris Day, thank you so much. Good information there. Have a great afternoon. And if you would like more information on how to give your skin a fresh start, go to delmarvalife.com and click on the Show tab. And speaking of getting a new look, it's a boat restoration project that's bringing history and the family together. Now, we first told you about the Rosie Parks at the Chesapeake Bay Maritime Museum in St. Michael's last spring. That's where Brian is this afternoon with an update on the project. Brian?
Well, Lisa, this skipjack looks a lot different from the last time we saw it. When we come back, we're going to show you some of the work that's been done here on board, plus why 2013 is going to be such a big year for the Rosie Parks. All that and more. Stay with us. We'll be right back.